and here I am playing Black Mesa because I felt like playing. Oh, I played Black Mesa before,
and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System.
which is why this surprised me.
This
Before
automated
you
train
couldn't just
is
walk on these
provided
chairs;
for
you
the
had to
security
jump
and
around.
convenience of the Black Mesa
Whoa.
Research Facility personnel.
This tram's moving really fast.
The time is 8:47.
So this is Black Mesa, a remake of the original Half-Life, and I just felt like playing because
93
I don't know,
degrees,
I just did.
with an estimated of 100.
So I'm going to be playing the whole game.
The Black Mesa
And
compound is maintained at
quick
a
thing to
pleasant
note is that
68
VSync
degrees
is
at
not
all
on.
times.
It is not on, so there's going to be a whole load of screen tearing, which is, I don't know if it applies to recording or not. And I remember rightly, this is, yeah, the first loading screen. So this is a remake of the original Half-Life in the Source engine, where the original Half-Life was using the Gold Source engine, which was a modification of the engine used for Quake. I don't know the name of that engine. I assume it's just the Quake engine.
This train is
And so
inbound from level
this is
3
one of the few
laboratory
Source games where you
to
can definitely see
Sector
the
C
potential of the
plant
Source
and
engine.
control facilities.
I mean, look at it. It looks
Your
really
intended
good.
destination is a
I know it's all
high-security
baked
area
lighting,
beyond
but who
Sector
cares?
C.
The tram
You will
lighting
need to
isn't
return
baked.
to the
I
central
know that
transit hub
much.
in
And
A9
also the hammer editor is
and board a
really good,
high-security train.
but also really terrible at the same time.
If you have not yet submitted your identity to the retinal clearance system, you must report to Black Mesa personnel for processing before you will be permitted into the high-security branch of the transit system.
Okay, what if you somehow end up on the transit system? Whatever. Also, this music is pretty good.
Due to the high toxicity of material
Spoiler alert,
routinely
I've
handled in the Black Mesa
never
compound,
really played
no
the original
smoking,
Half-Life.
eating, or drinking
I have
are permitted
played it,
within the Black Mesa
just
transit
not
system.
completely. Oh, I'm guessing they're trying to keep this place a secret, and then you just have this, apparently, just outside. Jesus, can you imagine being at Black Mesa? But, yeah, I've never really played the original Half-Life.
Inside the train at all times.
I've usually never made it past, I think the furthest I've made it is past Office Complex. I don't know why I keep stopping, but I do. And so I thought, oh hey, let's play Black Mesa, because it's more like Half-Life 2, although it still has similar combat to the original, which I'm not looking forward to, because that's more leaning towards Quake and Doom and all that, where your chances of survival are how quick you can move. And if for some reason you've watched one of my other videos, especially my FPS ones, I don't move very fast unless it's Just Cause, because in Just Cause moving really fast is really easy. Editing my Half-Life playthrough was just, and my Fallout playthrough actually, it's just sad. I just whenever I'm shooting an enemy, I just stand still for some reason. So this is a very, very long intro, in which we're going from the residential complex to Sector C, where we are going to do a test, and we are running late. Oh! There's a thing to try. It's not. There we go. Third person. This is really weird. This is the sausage. I've never seen it like this before though. Oh, come on!
A reminder that the Black Mesa...
Okay. That is the world model, well, not the world model, the player model used in Half-Life 2.
The Hazard Course Decathlon will commence this evening
And it's just a really low,
1900
it's
hours
a
in the Level 3 facility.
untextured version
The semifinals
of the
for
player model
high-security
from
personnel
Half-Life
will be
1.
announced in a separate secure
I
broadcast
don't know why
transmission.
it's still in
Remember,
use.
more lives than yours may depend
Especially,
on your fitness.
the only game I can think of, Valve game, I can think of single player that has an actual player model bar Half-Life would be Portal and Portal 2, and that's only because you can see yourself through portals, so you need a player model.
Do you have a friend or relative who would make a valuable addition
I
to the
hate
Black Mesa
hate to
team?
think how
Immediate
much
openings
power
are available
this
in the
place
areas of
uses with all of this
materials
stuff.
handling and low clearance security. Please contact Black Mesa personnel for further information. If you have an associate with a background in the areas of theoretical physics, biotechnology, or other high-tech disciplines, please
Does,
contact our civilian recruiting team. The Black
does
Mesa facility
computer
is an
science
equal
count,
opportunity
or is
employer.
that not an actual science? Because that's the science I'm most familiar with. Doesn't mean I'm any good at it though. I pointed this out in my Half-Life 2 playthrough in one point. I can't remember where it was somewhere during the uprising against the Combine, but there was just this weird, like, sewer slash boiler place
A reminder to all Black
where there was
Mesa
just
personnel,
a set of stairs
regular
and then a
radiation
massive
and biohazard
pit
screenings
that just
are a
went
requirement
on
of
forever.
continued employment
And
in the Black Mesa Research
that just
Facility.
reminded me of it. What do they serve these massive for nothing pits?
For immediate termination.
This one makes sense because it's for this
If you
tram.
feel you have been exposed to
Oh,
radioactive or other hazardous materials
that's
in the course of your duties, contact your radiation safety officer immediately.
why is there just a tub of radiation stored
Your
there?
future depends on it.
And oh, he dead. Both of them are very, very dead. Especially with what's going to happen next.
Now arriving
I imagine
at
we would be slightly
Sector C
irradiated from that.
and control facility.
Fun fact, humans are already irradiated.
Please
And
stand
everything
back
is
from the
irradiated
automated
already.
door and wait for the security officer
Everything
to
you touch
verify your
gives off
identity.
radiation,
Before
just
exiting the train,
in
be
small
sure to
amounts.
check your area for personal belongings.
Okay, that was
Thank you,
one very
and have a very
long
safe
tram ride.
and productive day.
Morning, Mr. Freeman. Looks like you're running late.
Why? Thank you. Why is this place just a cabin?
You know,
Do we have a
Barney's been
Zoom?
pretty scarce around these parts.
I thought you
Guess
were
the bar
Barney.
tab must have finally caught up with.
Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke about how that beer he owes us.
Put some pep in that step, Freeman. You're late enough as it is.
Okay. This is one thing I massively love about Source games.
Man, you cut the ponytail.
The E button is the use key, which just makes so much more sense compared to F. F is flashlight.
Hey, Mr.
And-
Freeman. I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to find my files. Just one of those days, I guess. They were also having some problems down in the test chamber, too, but I think that's all straightened out. They told me to make sure you headed down there as soon as you got into your hazard suit.
Okay. Why is a security guard trying to fix a systems crash? I don't look like a systems crash to me, that just looks like a regular crash. Although I wouldn't know what a systems crash looks like.
Good morning, Dr. Freeman.
Good morning,
But
random
the
guy.
thermal protection system seems to be online now. Those TPS reports have gotten progressively worse. Hard to find good help these days. Yes, about that. We're going to need you to come in this weekend. What? I've already made plans. Oh, don't worry. You can always attend the next convention. Drat. Just hold on for one moment.
Okay.
Oh, would you look at that? Freeman actually did show up for work this morning. Looks like somebody here owes me lunch.
I can't read it.
Good morning, Freeman. Shut up.
That was a really weird laugh.
Yep. There's a pepperoni pizza in my near future.
Yes, you choke on it.
What was that now?
They need you in the test chamber. The sample was just sent down to the test chamber.
Okay. Oh, surprised I can even interact with that. So, I have actually played Black Mesa before. And this was back when it was a free mod. And, it's quite similar. It's quite similar to this. I can't spot many differences.
Got the wrong airlock, Mr. Freeman. You know I can't let you through here.
Okay. Oh, and also, unlike the original Half-Life, you don't run around at 1,000,000 miles an hour. That would be the shift key, which doesn't seem to work, apparently.
That experiment is single-handedly responsible for inspiring my career in science.
How much recognition do you think you're going to get for reproduction, though?
You should focus on inventing something new and unique.
He does have a point.
Oh, but this is more than replication, I assure you. For one, it shows how far our field has come since the original study was published, and to say nothing of the modern perspective necessary to monitor its influence. I mean, combined with today's technology, I've recreated... Bah! I can't stand to hear another word of this malarkey.
Okay.
Don't mind him. But here's something to think about for the next time.
You and your sugar-coated ersatz are absolutely full of it.
What?
Creativity is the art of hiding your influence. Now let's get back to work. We should at least try to look busy.
Huh. I guess I never thought about it before, but what do scientists do when they have nothing to work on? I mean, they can't always be working on things, right? I mean, there must be some times when they're trying to think of things.
Morning, champ.
Hello? Okay. Must do the usual. I know. Okay.
What the hell?
Convection refinement. What? What's it mean by
You can fix the vending machine
convection?
too, college boy?
Yes.
We will never hear the end of this.
Yeah, you best make like an atom and split.
Oh,
'Cause, that was you know whose lunch.
that was an awful joke.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 1 Googleplex. Care to guess?
No.
Those two are still talking.
Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties?
Because it shows you're tied down to your job. Seems, bunny hopping is quite...
No toilet paper.
Okay. Does this
Hello?
actually work?
Oh, thank heavens! I'm in dire need of some toilet paper.
I didn't actually give it to you. There you go. Oh, pretty suit.
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions.
Huh.
High impact reactive armor.
It must be based off of
Atmospheric contaminant
IBM then.
activated.
This suit, not IBM, Windows. Because it just showed the C drive. Not my C drive, but a fake one. I can barely hear the voice of this music. So spoiler alert, the other two suits are owned, well not owned, but being used by two other scientists. I can't really remember their name, but they're in a Half-Life game called Half-Life Decay, and they're the ones who deliver the thing to the thing. I'll get to that later when it's not a spoiler anymore.
Go right on through, sir.
That's really low quality, what the hell?
Looks like you're in the barrel today.
Okay. What's the point of these? We are scientists, why do we need to know this place where we work? I swear that says 1910. That looked like 1910. Am I crazy? It really did look like 1910. Elevator? This is a really unsafe elevator, even in the original. Like, why isn't there a door in this thing? Looks like there is. Oh, it's another loading screen. The only other Source games I can think of that are on this level are Infra and Counter-Strike.
Now, where did I leave that shutdown procedure chart? I'm sure it'll show up sooner or later.
I don't think I'd ever like to work in a place like this. It seems like an absolute
You should
nightmare.
harness the remaining photonic energy to ensure resonance control. Double check the Brewster's plate's angles and make sure the superluminescent diodes are protected from optical feedback.
Fake science words. At least I think they're fake.
How curious. Acousto-optic
Well, that is a very laggy oscilloscope.
I assure you,
What the hell?
we've compensated
Couldn't even
for
play
any
Tennis 2 on that.
Have you seen my coffee cup?
What is this?
Who can say?
Did you hear me? I'm moving on from this NPC who's aware.
Ah, Gordon.
Why did I pick this up? And why is there no fire extinguisher?
Ah, Gordon, there you are.
Nice of you to finally join us, Doctor.
We've just sent the sample
I
down
can
to
zoom
the
in
test
there.
chamber.
We've boosted the anti-mass spectrometer to 100.
It's a really awkward key though.
Bit of a gamble,
the Z
but
key.
we needed the extra resolution.
The
Or Z,
administrator
or
is very
whatever.
concerned that we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather he went to some lengths to get it.
They're waiting for you, Gordon. In the
Test chamber.
Right. Come on then, I'll walk you down.
Well, I don't even know why that's a thing. Oh, can I put the thing in the thing? No.
Eli has been busy making last-minute preparations for the new experiment.
Okay.
Greetings, Eli.
Morning, Izzy.
I trust this morning finds you well.
Gordon, good morning.
Just a bunch of servers here, apparently.
These last-minute changes, they're a bit strange to just... Oh, it's about to go critical.
That's a
What
very
in the
pointless
blazes
failure.
is going
son.
on with our equipment?
It was never meant to do this in the first place.
At least that's still green. House
It's
fire.
nothing we can't handle ourselves, Eli. Run along, Gordon. We'll be but a moment.
Okay. Wait, does that mean does that imply you're coming with me? What? Ah yes, press the down button to bring it.
A bit longer than I am.
Oh, that didn't even get indented. Okay. What can I? Nope. Nope. And don't tell me I got my sussed. No, I didn't.
By Becquerel's ghost! The radiation level is off the charts.
The radiation levels seem to be all over the place, actually. If that's what you were looking at.
This is far
Oh.
from the glory I had envisioned.
This
as
wasn't.
undergrad.
How so?
In the original
I've got
Half-Life?
2 PhDs and an Ørsted medal, yet I find myself doing work best suited for an intern.
Please. You do very meaningful work here.
Really? Push that button. Walk over here. Push this one. Stand and stare at the screen. Walk back over there. Push another button. Again.
Come now, you're overreacting.
Sounds like you're in a bit of a
How much
power.
longer I can abide these perfunctory tasks?
Is your name
I
Stanley
need
by
more
any
time
chance?
for myself.
Ha! Don't kid yourself. You wouldn't know what to do with free time if you even had any.
That tears it. I'm going to check with the office upstairs and see how many vacation days I've accrued over the past 25 years. It's high time I took a break from all this.
Certainly, but before you do, activate the electron multiplier and report the reading from the micro-channel plates.
It must be more interesting than writing reports, though. At least.
Oh, there you are. Everybody's been looking for you, hombre.
Eh. Didn't even react.
Ah, here he is.
Ah, there you are.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit
I
from
reckon.
standard analysis procedure today.
You should
Gordon.
be able to recognize this
but
guy.
with good reason. This is a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest
The heck was
sample
that thing?
we've seen yet.
And potentially the most unstable.
Now, as long as we follow standard insertion procedures, everything will be fine.
I don't know how you can say that. Although I will
Your
admit
voice.
that the possibility of a resonance cascade scenario is extremely unlikely. I just don't feel...
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
Am I a trained
Yes.
professional, though?
You're right. Gordon, we have complete confidence in you.
It's not
Well,
like
go
it's
ahead.
exactly that happens.
Let's let him in now.
We just push a button like that guy back there. So. Okay. Online notification go away.
Testing.
Let's see why it's called the barrel.
Everything seems to be in order.
Whew. Imagine being
your suit should keep you comfortable.
imagine being
All this.
near well
The
working in a
specimen
place
will be
that has
delivered to
something
you
like
in a few
this.
moments.
Gee,
Now, if you would be
Weird.
so good as to climb up and start the rotors, that way we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives.
just works. I mean, I don't understand why we need to be in here. I mean, surely you could, like, have
Very good.
something push
We'll
that
take it
in
from
for
here.
you, so you can
Power
just
to
safely be in
stage
there.
1 emitters in 3, 2, 1.
I gotta say, I don't really like the way lattices are handled in
I'm
this.
seeing predictable phase arrays.
Seem a bit sticky. Jesus Christ.
Stage 2 emitters activating now.
Gordon, we cannot predict how long the system can operate at this level, nor how long the reading will take.
I'm just
Please
wondering how
focus
much
quickly
power
as you
this is
can.
even using.
Overhead capacitors to 105%.
Overhead capacitors, what?
It's probably not a problem. Probably. But I'm showing a small discrepancy in... Well, no. It's well within acceptable bounds again. Sustaining sequence.
Okay.
We've just been informed that the sample is ready, Gordon. It should be coming up to you at any moment. Look to the delivery system for your specimen.
So we are having an alarm go off. We are testing this Zen crystal.
Standard insertion.
And we're also causing a global disaster that causes the events of not only this game but Half-Life 2 and the series. From this one little push of a cat. Yay! And they're dead now. And we probably will be too. Just like my Half-Life 2 playthrough, I'm gonna count how many deaths I have. Because why not? Hate to think how much radiation this is causing. We are still alive. Now we're in Zen. This doesn't look like Zen from what I remember it. What was that I saw behind me? Some weird purple bluish sphere? I never understood why in Half-Life this game you couldn't move the camera here. I get you have to look at them, but still. Who wants to look at Vortigons? I just got damaged by nothing, apparently. So, this is why Aperture and Black Mesa, this is why you have simple ways to shut down machines so that this kind of crap doesn't happen. And I mean like a mechanical power switch, so that you just switch it off and no power can continue to go in. It shouldn't have some sort of system to shut it down for you, because in that case it's an emergency and shutting it down properly doesn't matter. I don't even know what about. Bloody handprint. So, we've just caused hell on earth, and we don't understand the ramifications of how bad we screwed up our... Oh, sorry, I used your health pack. Pick up this lamp now. Sorry for throwing the VHS tape at you.
3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He gets up in the original. To get up now?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't think he's getting up.
2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's test. Say.
1. Damn it. 1.
Yeah, no. Oh, so what? 12. Yeah, nah, he ain't getting up. He did. Oh. You didn't even get phased by that? This is a very weird flashlight. It's more like an actual flashlight compared to most, well, all Half-Life games. These two are just gone. I'm sure throwing it at that equipment isn't dangerous in the slightest. Ah yes, in the event of a fire, make sure you use the elevators rather than the stairs, because they'll be safe.
Listen, I tried to warn.
How are you guys still alive?
Resonance cascade, let alone create one. By Schrodinger's cat, he's alive.
Gordon, thank God for that hazard suit. All the phones are out. I can't reach anyone in the facility. You need to get to the surface.
Wait,
let someone know
power's still on, but you don't have phones.
There's no telling what kind of danger is.
That's a head grab. You didn't do anything, it's just a teleport.
Can't afford to waste time. You'll need me for the retinal scanner. I'm certain the rest of the science team will help you along the way. And for God's sake, keep that suit on until you're in the clear. You hear me?
That's weirdly done. I'm assuming it's a sprite, based on my little knowledge of Hammer. What are you doing? You've got your hand through the door. Oh. Jesus Christ. Why are these windows not blast proof? Oh, I got hit anyway. And now we have zombies. Oh god. You have scanners for unknown biological forms. What the hell? How the heck do you even detect unknown biological forms? Ow. No. You shall not get me. I've never seen a Half-Life game teach you how to crouch jump. And I don't understand why crouch jumping is a thing in the first place. Oh god, it's suddenly changed. Oh no, another one was created. My only problem with this flashlight is it's bloody dark. Ah yes, fits through the dots. Oh look, a scientist that sounds nothing like others. Didn't you have the crowbar by now in the original game? Afraid I can't do anything. And that is why you do not use an elevator in
Anomalous energy field detected in Administration Center.
That can't be good. If it's already reached there, why is there a loading screen on the ladder? Okay. Hello.
Gordon? Gordon! Man, am I glad to see you. What the hell are these things, man? Why are they wearing science team uniforms?
How dumb are you?
Don't worry, sir. I'll keep you covered.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be like that. It's a shame I can't do anything. Ugh, I'm just getting caught on something. Yay! Can this be used as a weapon?
Jesus.
Maybe?
This
Oh.
place is in bad shape.
Oh! That's a zombie. Eh. Oh!
I think I just
Why is there a gas pipe for that?
Oh, pardon me, Doc.
Ow. Can you avoid that? Well, I guess by not throwing flare. Still.
This shit is something out of a sci-fi movie.
You don't say. Can I get through? Yes, I can get
Be
through.
careful in there, Doc.
My only weapon thus far. For some reason. Oh god. Thank you for the cover. And thank you for the other cover fire. Jesus. I should probably put that down.
Power 30%.
Still with me? The head crab set that on fire. Oh, now I can use you. And I heal you. By one.
Okay, Doc. Grab what you gotta grab, but don't dawdle. Oh!
I shan't. Oh, what? Won't have to wear that ridiculous tie anymore.
Power 40%.
Remember me, I gave you the toilet paper. Oh.
Any idea of how many of our crew have died?
At this point, maybe only a couple of dozen of them. Well, maybe actually a lot more. I mean, a lot more. Wanna give me some cover, please, guard? You're pretty good. Oh, I thought that headcrab was still alive. Uh-oh, can't enter there. I can't go that way because it's on fire. Jesus, this place really has gone to hell. Sorry, let me use this. No?
Man, did you see that shot?
Yes. You missed the headcrab.
Got another. I think
Why
I
are
just
there
got a
no...
promotion.
Why are there no... Oh, that was a security guard zombie. Never mind.
Okay, I'm gonna try to call for help. You gotta get to the admin office upstairs. There's got to be somebody there who can fix this.
Spoiler alert, I've listened to it before. He never finds anybody. And his fate is unknown. Imagine being the inspector from the Return of the Obra Dinn in this mess. Oh! Crowbar. Finally, a weapon I can actually use. Eh. Oh, let's avoid that room. For photosensitive reasons. Jesus Christ. What kind of programming does this door have? Another alarm, Jesus. That's probably the saddest death. How the heck do they even use it? He doesn't have an HEV. Oh, I'm at full health already. Okay. Yay! Sure is lucky it's one of the few doors that stays magically open once you've been scanned. Oh, never mind then. Ah, I could cool it in there. Speaking of cool, there's ice. Why? Okay, I'm not gonna question why this glass broke differently. Oh, the ice is actually slipping. I don't think I've ever played a first-person game where ice is slippy, which is a weird thought to suddenly. I wasn't expecting this to be a physics object. What the heck is it? And what the heck's up with the gravity? I'm just questioning everything. Because I've never played this game, really. I have, as I said. But I can't even remember how far I got. This is so different. Oh, I see your explosive crate. F5, F6. There we go, F6. It's the save button. Where are you, zombies? Nowhere, apparently. Battery. Oh, that didn't sound good. And I accidentally shot a shot. Come on. Really? Oh. Okay. Well, I guess we've gone down a floor. I just want to know how this place survived ocean inspections. Jesus Christ, this place is a This place was a disaster waiting to happen already. I mean, I know it's like a weapons research place, but that's not really much excuse. Oh, Jesus! That was a useless gun. I'm not sure, but unlike M-Mod, which is what I used for Half-Life 2, I'm pretty sure this game is still hit scan, but bullets don't always hit, kind of thing. And also, I don't know if it's true in this version, well, in this mod. But in the original Half-Life you had to break every single box in order to find things. Why were you trying to get into the vent in the first place? No, seriously, why were you trying to get into the vent? What's in there? Actually, yeah, what is in there? Oh. Barnacles. I guess we can use these barrels to distract them. That one clearly grabbed me, but whatever. That was weird. I mean, yeah, it clearly grabbed me. Did I guess I missed the G-Man. Whoa! Okay. Hound eyes. That was some weird AI there. That actually scared me. I remember that being the way to go in the original mod. I must have been bamboozled. Or maybe I'm just misremembering. I do know that this is the way we have to go, and it's the only door that doesn't make us... Oh. Never mind, it does make sound. Oh. Hello. Where's this go? I was right. It was in here. That's such a randomly specific thing to change. Just making getting into an area harder. Can I get in there? Yes, and there's a health kit for some reason. Can't imagine why there'd be a health kit in there. And oops, I reloaded. Oh, I forgot about you. Yes, I can use that health pack now. Oh. Got ya. I can't tell if the headcrab survived or not. And that was an entire waste of time, sorry. Another fire extinguisher missing. What the heck's going on? Although, considering it's after the disaster, maybe that one's been used already. Temperature control, hot water feed valve. Oh, Jesus. I don't even want to think of what type of temperature that is. If it's Celsius, that's pretty cold. That changed pretty quickly. Oh, health pack. This is very slippy. I don't know if I'm gonna get used to the slippiness. Jesus Christ.
Oh, thank God. Listen, I know where you can find some more weaponry. There's a security office not far from here. Take me with you, and I'll unlock the door.
I'm following you, Freeman.
I'm surprised there aren't more scientists in this disaster using weapons, considering how useful they've turned out to be. Oh, this was here the entire time. Great to know I've got such great
My God,
observant skills.
the smell alone enough to...
I'm surprised the guard from earlier was able to take them down in so few shots. This is just making me want to play Infra. Oh yay, 12 degrees. Really? No, go away, Barrel. The only way that would have been funnier if he started T-posing. Yay!
Oh, safe haven.
Well.
No. Well, at any rate, over there's the weapons I spoke of.
Oh, grenades. Can we not open those? No? Okay. Didn't expect to get grenades this soon.
I've had my fill for
That's a pretty resilient cook.
You're welcome to stay if you want.
Nah, I shall leave you. Good luck in your future endeavors. But yeah, what is this for? I don't know what I was trying to say there. Temperature controlled storage. Raise temperature before entry. And for some reason that requires 2 valves, and if I remember correctly, you can't, there are no more pipes after this, so... And why is this the only way through? And how do particles even get where they are? Jesus Christ! Alright then. How did that hurt me? Oh, okay. This does not fire anywhere near as fast as the USP in Half-Life 2. I think it was the USP. Uh-oh. Bomb's gone time. Oh. How do you dodge that? I don't know, but I took him down. Yes.
Gordon, is that you? Is it safe? Ah!
Yes, it's safe.
Oh dear. I do believe I soiled myself.
Why are all these scientists so seemingly stupid? Oh. Okay, I guess I'm down here now. In what appears to be some sort of sewer? That took 5 shots. Alright then, how are there barrels down here? Eh. I'm just giving you weapons. Don't want to do that. We got another one. How are you guys down here? Fight you like a creeper, apparently. Eh. What are you? Really? How did you get me? Alright, what? How do we get back? How do we get up? And why did that break? Oh. Okay. I can work with this. Exhilarating gameplay right here. Emergency use only. What? Oh, I guess it's emergency use only in the reverse of what we're doing. So you'd only use it if the water was already full. Okay. Apparently touching the ladder is not enough anymore. Yeah, try and get me. That was interesting in the original Half-Life. That's just... the ladders don't break. Whoa, very interesting door, that. I don't even know. I don't even know what I was saying. I don't even know. Oh, I can't damage it? Gameplay. Sure. Well, both of those doors are locked. Okay. This funicular doesn't work. I assume that's the way we go. Okay. Screw off. They don't do that in Half-Life 2, they don't just suddenly appear. I'm pretty sure the vent that's over there used to be over here. Yeah. Yeah, it did. That's because it's there. I'm genuinely starting to question whether or not there's going to be anything in these boxes. There was! Alright then. These controls are a bit slippy compared to Half-Life 2. Oh. Okay. That grab's already dead. And we are in some sort of security station. Science. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Down the funicular. Down the funicular. There we go. Shouldn't you have like some sort of automatic railing that goes up there? Oh. Couldn't just be a nice funicular ride, it had to involve head crabs, didn't it? Really dumb head crabs. How the heck do they work in their natural environment, considering that they have to jump on heads in order to eat? Because they are technically parasites, from what I can gather. What is it with Valve and creating weirdly cute enemies that would be horrific if they actually existed? I mean, like, you've got like GLaDOS, you've got the turrets, you got the head crabs, probably something else I can't remember. It's weird that the headcrabs only have collision boxes when they're alive. That's a very specific thing. Oh, I didn't actually expect to find anything in that crate. So that's great. There's health stations everywhere. There we go. Huh. I think I could have got up there. Let's go back. No. Oh! There's no aux power. I can just run. That's an interesting change. Alrighty then. Oh no. Okay. There's this weird YouTube series, I guess you could call it. It's not really a series, it's just something people do a lot. But there's this one YouTuber, not gonna name names, but he's so bad at video games. And so I love to watch these "this is how you don't play" videos, because I don't like hating on other people for being bad at video games, but they are just so bad. He couldn't figure out how to climb up here, because to climb up here... Oh. Oh. I think they've changed it. Because before, you couldn't actually jump up here with just a regular jump, and that's a quirk with Half-Life games. You can't, well, Source games, you can't just jump on things that are this high. In order to do that, you have to crouch jump, which is how you got up here originally, and he couldn't figure that out. Even though it told you earlier how to crouch jump. I don't know if that was in when he played it, but still. And it's just so embarrassingly sad. I don't know why. Should make it a lot simpler than having to hold control. I just can't fathom how little he pays attention to obvious things. I don't even know why I like watching this, because... Should we go out in that part, or continue on? Well, let's just continue on, I guess. Good job, headcrab. Ooh. Oh my god, we're fully powered. Excuse me. Oh, the hell are you? I don't know the name of you. I think you're called a bull squid. What the fudge is that stuff? Yeah. Oh, I guess we go down this very telegraphed bit. You see, I might find those videos that I was just talking about funny, but that doesn't mean I'm any better at this game. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of stuff I do that's gonna be really obvious, like after the fact, but I won't realise it, I'm willing to bet. I guess we're going in the water? Whoop. Sure does look that way. Unless this is a secret. This is a secret.
Power level
Oh.
100%.
Oh, that first aid station's already out. How do you even use those first aid stations without a HEV suit? Oh, I guess it wasn't a secret after all. Also, that's the same door sounds as Half-Life and Portal. Sure is convenient that that one vent was missing. Oh god. I thought you were a Vauntagaunt. Don't scare me like that. HEV certified supplies. Those almost look like the ammunition crates from Half-Life 2. Maybe we won't have to smash every single damn box. Well, this is a mess of design. The heck is this place for? I assume it's for moving supplies. Well, it just reminds me of Monsters Inc. for some reason. Not sure why. This part I do remember from the demo. Oh, control. And we can't just push all these containers, apparently. Uh-oh. I thought I'd got stuck. Sorry, I thought I had gotten stuck. That's the proper way to say that. Well, I guess we, you know, jump on these crates. I think I can jump on this. Oh, I can. I wonder if there's any secrets to this. I doubt it, though. Unless you can get over there. But I guess I don't need to shift jump. Well, sprint jump in this case. Wait, what? Huh. I think there's supposed to be a door there. Because otherwise that doesn't make sense. Oh, damn! Well, there's my first death, and just like my Half-Life 2 playthrough, it wasn't even to an enemy. Oh, there's second. Well, never mind then, that wasn't my second. It's because it just instantly reloaded. I mean, you could have put a way to get back up here. But I can't believe how I just screwed up the task that simple. Jumping from, you know, crate to, well, platform to platform isn't that hard. What if you had an emergency? Keep emergency stations free of hazards. I can't really make out. What's going on in that picture. All that just to get to the other side? Really? Oh god. Jesus! What are you? I know you're a hound guy, but what the hell kind of supersonic attack was that? Yeah, let's just bunny hop everywhere. Oh god, that's actually quite effective. Oh. Obviously this way, you moron. I don't know if I got hit by the explosions or the hound eye. Oh god. Oh god, that feels like doesn't matter. It's dead. Well, I guess that was a waste of explosives. Because it didn't really even work. Didn't even get any supplies out of it, so that was a waste of both ammo and explosives. Oh. How explosive are you? Very. This is a big elevator.